Okay, YouTube family, let's talk about it since no other bloggers will talk about it. The man they call Cornelius Smith, you know, the other perp, the other suspect, the other guy they're implying that's the main guy with the bass fish hat who shot and killed young Dolph. Within those mere seconds, we heard Straightdroppp. He dropped a new music video. He referenced 50 shots in 20 seconds, almost implying the young Dolph situation. But I needed to go deeper on this other than just listening to dudes tell on themselves online, you know, self-implications. Other than that, we had to look at a few things and say, who really broke this case? Was it the bloggers, or did Cornelius Smith get broke under pressure and tell on Straightdroppp? We'll do a separate video about did Straightdroppp tell or is he going to flip? But word is he's solid. Right now, Cornelius Smith ain't looking too good. Let's start the show. Now, Cornelius Smith, one of the other half duos of the situation with Straightdroppp, that is, Cornelius Smith has been in court. He has been captured. There's a whole lot going on with his situation. And before we get started of breaking some of this down, let's go to that Cornelius footage while they have the man in court.
Mr. Smith, you're on the docket today on a C felony, theft of property over 10,000. And you're asking that we dismiss this charge downstairs today. You will not answer this upstairs. And you want to not dismiss, but what?
No process.
No process. Mr. Smith, arraigned in criminal court on this. It's dismissed down here. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, as you see Cornelius Smith being led away, words can understand. Let's rewind it again. Is he a solid individual? We do know the lengthy history of Cornelius Smith. Getting arrested, he finished serving 3 years already. I mean, he seems solid to that point, but we know the pressure inside them chains and chambers will break down anybody in this situation. Now, they made a theatrics in the news about it, and one theatrics was the rescheduling of Straightdroppp. We played it in an earlier video, but this is the past crime resume. I don't want to say resume, but record of Cornelius Smith.
And records show both men have been in trouble before. In 2011, Smith was convicted of attempted aggravated robbery. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison. In 2018, he was charged with aggravated kidnapping in a domestic violence case, but a grand jury did not indict him. And records show both men have been in trouble before. In 2011, Smith was convicted of attempted aggravated robbery. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison. In 2018, he was charged with aggravated kidnapping in a domestic violence case, but a grand jury did not indict him. Justin Johnson's rap sheet is a bit longer. Both men have been in trouble before. In 2011...
Now, as you see, what I was merely showing here is the situation of trouble. Now, Cornelius Smith has been on and off again in these streets. He knows how to move. You feel me? You can't tell one killer one thing from another, if it makes sense to some of y'all. Meaning that these dudes are in an up and down and trailed beef after beef. So when you don't know how trailed somebody could be or how honest they could be in the situation, you gotta look at who is the guys, who does he roll with? Because a lot of people been insinuating that Cornelius Smith will end up telling on a whole lot of players involved. That's right, it's not just what you see. It's a whole lot of people involved in this third degree situation.
Where they were expected to face a Cornelius Smith, both already been indicted on the murder. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre joining us outside of 201 Poplar, where they were expected to face a judge today.
I believe, facing those theft charges again surrounding the death of young Dolph. Understanding that both men, hopefully, we learn who is representing them. Last week, they appeared in court, didn't have an attorney by their side. Last week, after learning of one high-profile lawyer here in the city of Memphis basically tell us he is not representing Justin Johnson or anyone involved in the young Dolph murder case, we made calls to several other high-profile attorneys here in Memphis who all told us that they have not been contacted by either family of Justin Johnson or Cornelius Smith, or associates of the two. Last week, both men again appeared in court for very short periods of time. Smith on the theft charge of that white Mercedes-Benz used in the gunman's
Cornelius Smith, both already been
murder indictment, which a grand jury already indicted, from what I'm told, Cornelius Smith on. Now, of course, we're going to continue to stay on top of this story all throughout the day here on Fox 13 News, so stay with us. Dolph murder indictment, which
now the man that you're seeing on the screen right here, they're saying this is straight drop, and the dude with the bass fishing hat here, hold on, let me play it for y'all.
Stay on top.
The one right here, they're saying is Cornelius Smith. You know what I mean? The body structures of both men don't look the part, but clothing can make you appear and look any type of way, if you ask me personally.
News.
There is a third man charged in the young Dolph murder case. You see him right here, Shondell Barnett, charged with accessory after the fact. U.S. Marshals say Barnett helped Justin Johnson while he was on the run. The two men were arrested last week together in Terre Haute, Indiana. At last check, Barnett was Cornelius Smith, both already been indicted on the murder.
Now, it's a lot of up and downs. We know this. It's a lot of back and forths, who's doing what. And the third suspect, also Shondell Barnett, folks want to know who's going to flip, who already, done flipped already. These charges that Straight Drop got is a whole lot, and folks don't think he's gonna break through with it. People already started posting fake paperwork, like fake IG posts by Yo Gotti saying Straight Drop, you know what I'm saying, he get booked, he bonding out, but you can see the faded wording on some of these words, clearly a Photoshop. Then they said Yo Gotti's attorney was representing Straight Drop, which was also a lie. I mean, when they had these dudes in custody, now they saying the gunman was wearing the Bass Pro fishing cap, and that's Straight Drop. They're saying when young Dolph got killed, a lot of people who are in these streets started flipping. I'm gonna say allegedly, because that's what's being said. A lot of folks went to high profile Memphis Police Department officials, and what y'all don't know is there's a lot of corruptions out here. A lot of MPD is in affiliation with, allegedly, with some of these street dudes. So we're gonna break down a case of Straight Drop, how he got away with a lot of his cases in the past. But let's move forward. Now, they're now trying to put Straight Drop and Chief Keef together. I'm gonna do a separate video on that. Anybody this man Straight Drop was ever around, they will be now affiliated with what is known as the men allegedly who killed young Dolph, because it's still alleged, because we need to see the proof they claim they have. These three men, well, we do know Mr. Barnett, Shondell Barnett, was just being charged with after the fact, accessory after the fact, which still gets you a lengthy amount of sentence playing, especially down south in Memphis. Them folks throwing football numbers regardless. Now, we know Straight Drop, he put the IG post, I'm turning myself in on Monday, blase, blase. A whole lot went down since that. Let's just get that part out the way. We do know folks ain't playing.
Again, Stephanie Gregg, those two men here in jail tonight. No bond has been set.
Now, the no bond still hasn't been set for Straight Drop nor Cornelius Smith. What's gonna happen? Is these dudes gonna flip? That's what a lot of people been with saying. It's an understatement when you saying dudes getting away with, back and forth, getting away with saying a lot and just blaming bloggers only, but nobody's holding these cats accountable. There was a conference made about both dudes.
In the state court be run consecutive to any sentence that he may receive in the federal system. And in May of 2021, he had done his time in the federal system and was released from the Federal Bureau of Prisons. As for Cornelius Smith, he has a prior from 2011, a criminal attempt aggravated robbery and an aggravated assault for which he received a 3-year sentence. So I hope that helps clarify. Our office has fielded a lot of questions, and perhaps others of you in the room have as well, about why Justin Johnson was out of custody. I hope this tells you why. And the short answer is because of the laws of the state of Tennessee, and because of the criminal justice system that we operate in every day. Again, he did 9 months on a 5-year sentence. He was entitled to ask the judge to be released, and that request was granted. And he was on probation for those state charges, and that's when he picked up the federal cases as well. So with that, I think we will open it up to questions. I'll turn it back over to Marshall Miller, but again, just want to say thank you to everybody in this room that has worked so hard on.
I want to thank Chief Davis for the confidence that she has in our office. Whenever their investigators, they do a tremendous job. MPD is just...
As you can see, MPD is going to take a moment to show love to what they got going on. I'm about to just do my part and make y'all see the trill and the real, man. Look, love y'all family, love y'all kids, and stay blessed. This thing getting crazy by the minute, and we need to ask the question again. Will Cornelius Smith end up telling on Straight Drop? A lot of people want to know. A lot of people want to know not just that. Will he end up telling on the whole organization allegedly and what's been going on? Look, I'm your guy, DJ Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed, gang.